I don't know who this gentleman voted for, but this is a gentleman who owns a car dealership. And being one time in the car dealership, I can tell you that a lot of people who own these car dealerships, I know exactly who they are voting for. So here is a guy who owns a Dodge Jeep store, and they were interviewing him about now the prices of his vehicles ever since the tariffs have been put in place, which there's already an instant impact. And you can tell that this guy is not, even though he's kind of smiling at the end and laughing, he's not thrilled about the future of the car business.
Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram.
Yeah.
Impact.
Dramatic. I sold order for a customer, $80,000 truck. It's $100,000 now. So he's not going to buy the truck. It's going to sit on my lot at the higher interest rates we're paying right now for floor plan, and nobody's going to buy the truck because it just had a $20,000 price increase.
Right.
By the way, real quick, everybody knows you buy a house, it's going to increase in value. When you have a $100,000 truck sitting on your lot, as soon as you drive it off, it already loses value. Yeah. Imagine it sitting there and not selling.
Yeah.
That is going to destroy his, as he called, floor plan.
Kelley Blue Book will put the number up. They say the average vehicle will go up by about $3,000. Does it sound right to you?
No, it will not. We don't have the broad stroke. We don't have the linear, the tight strokes. But to me, it's a 25% tariff.
Keep in mind, this is on Fox News.
So that affects our parts that come from over these countries and a whole bunch of our cars.
And you've been basing your business model on free trade, basically. This is what the American Automakers Policy Council says, Maria, in response to this. They say our American automakers invested billions in the U.S. to meet the requirements of the current free trade agreement. They shouldn't have their competitiveness undermined by tariffs that'll raise the cost of building vehicles in the U.S. and stymie investment in the American workforce while competitors from the outside of North America benefit. The German, there's no tariff on the German cars coming in now.
No, they're Japanese. They're going to be okay, but think about it. We built our business around that. The OEMs built their business around that, and now it changes on a dime, and we can't build a $4 billion plant overnight in the United States. So I think building in the United States is great. I think enhancing the participation from the other countries on the other things, but this is pretty radical.
I hear you.
Now, you said, Lana, hey, it's good it's on Fox News. You're about to hear Maria Bartiromo, because it's on Fox, and when they interview an owner, that the interview might not be as bad. Well, she hears this and she's like, holy fucking shit, how am I going to handle this? And you can see her wheels spinning. But what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say to Sam saying, all the manufacturing, even if we were able to, bring the manufacturing here with whatever parts we need, so we're not getting them from Canada or wherever, it's going to go up. Like the price is still going to go up because we're building certain parts in Canada to keep the cost down.
Right.
Because it's cheaper to build them in another country than build them here. So when we do it here, we're still going to have a price increase.
No question about it. I was listening to somebody explain, Lana, them building, they put the mold of a carburetor in Canada, and then they ship it down to Mexico so Mexico can build the carburetor. So that shipping to Mexico, there's a tariff on it. And then when it shipped back to Canada, so they could put it, it was, where they ship it back and forth, there's all these tariffs. So then by the time they get to America, it's even a lot more money. So it's out of control. But let's watch Maria Bartiromo try to figure out how she's going to spin this one. And she did as well of a job, or as poor of a job, I should say, as she could.
There you go, Maria, where the rubber meets the road here.
Watch her. Right,
great. Yeah.
Great.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff, thank you. Thank you so much. Jeff Flock at the Dodge Ram plant there. I mean,
The,
not plant. It's not a plant, Chris. They're selling cars. Thank
sure.
you, dealership. But you know what? Let me ask you this, okay?
Yes.
How many Dodge Rams do you see driving around Europe?
nailed it.
How many Dodge Rams do you see driving
Yep.
around
Look at the
India?
panel. Yep. You got it,
Not many,
Maria.
I bet. Why? Because they don't buy our cars. And that's what President Trump is trying to change. Maybe Dodge should start building them here and selling them here.
Great job, Maria. You did very well, comrade. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you could see her wheel spin. She's like,
well, and then when she got it, she was like,
she's like, wait, I got one.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, why don't they just sell it? I mean, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear the guy? Nobody's going to spend $20,000 more for an $80,000 truck.
Right.
This is unreal. This is unbelievable. All right, Rona. That's it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore.